Even when something is finally recycled, it takes a lot of machinery and engineering and energy and processes and systems to get that recycled. Like even with rich people, I have seen that they may have everything, but somewhere deep down they may have had thoughts of donating money, but they never touched onto that. Yes. So like we have kept our systems, processes, and sourcing of inventory, everything the same as what the sellers who are selling it for the next time, an enterprise are doing. Somewhere the customer who is coming to that website is thinking that, okay, like because I am saving so much money, I have to go through this very bad website experience in which the photos are not good, or maybe the photos may be missing. And even if there is a photo, there may be only one photo and only from one angle and maybe with poor lighting.
Hello and welcome to the brand new episode of GIBS IRE Talks podcast powered by GIBS Business School, a place where innovation meets inspiration. Our guest today is none other than Mr. Rishabh Poddar, the co-founder of Candid Men, a premium retail renting store where men can buy any type of clothing for their special needs, for any of their special events, be it wedding, be it a college party, an office party, a farewell, or any other event that is special to them. Under Rishabh's leadership, the company is growing into a design-first, tech-enabled infrastructure, wherein the company provides the kind of premium experience that any customer would get from a premium retail store. With the vision that Rishabh and his co-founder have behind Candid Men, they are ensuring that they provide the best possible user experience to the customers who visit their rental store, ensuring that nobody feels the way rental stores in today's traditional industry feel at the store. So let's hear from Rishabh about the inspiring story behind Candid Men and what is it that ensures Candid Men stays ahead in the competition. It's an absolute privilege to have Mr. Rishabh Poddar with us today, who would be sharing with us his story of leadership, of resilience, and about the future of work. So hello, Mr. Rishabh. As we proceed with the podcast, I would ask you my first question. So could you share with us your vision and story around the tagline, rent, wear, and return? So what is the environmental message that you're trying to give to the world?
Yeah, so like as you know, in Candid Men, we are giving designer clothes on rent. And our vision is like much beyond just designer clothes and just rent. When we say rent, wear, return, each word stands for something. For example, when we say rent, today what happens is like majority of the products in the world are available for sale, but they're not available for rent, maybe for few hours or maybe for few months. But we see a world in which products are not only available for buying, but they may also be available for leasing for few months or few years, and they may be available for rent for a few hours or a few days, and they may be available just as a assess. Like today you can assess a car through ride-hailing apps, and you may be using the car only for maybe half an hour. So we see a future where many different products like toys, furniture, clothes, and tools are available in a whole spectrum of how much time you want. And so that's what rent stands for. It's rent as opposed to buying, as opposed to leasing, as opposed to booking, as opposed to assess. That's rent. And wear is like very simple. Like you're renting a cloth and you're wearing it, as opposed to like driving something that you've rented, or as opposed to using something you've rented, or as opposed to paying with something you have rented. And return is a very bold statement, because we see many companies like nowadays it's become so common that it's not seen as a tagline, but many companies or many products basically have the tagline of use and throw, which is a very common phrase, use and throw. So return stands in contrast with the throwing away. As to when you have done with the product, what do? You return it
back. Yeah.
And you return it to the business that you took it from. So that like compared to any other person in the world, compared to any other business in the world, the business that you took the product from, they are in a much better position to be able to give that product to someone else.
All right. Okay.
So that it can be reused again.
All right. So So like you talked about the concept of return is about reusability.
Yeah.
So I would come to my second question, which is connected with you, which you just said. Why do you think reuse is better than recycling?
Like, see, when we were in school, we learned like reduce, reuse, recycle, and we learned it in that order. And we learned that that's how it should be. First, you try to reduce, then you try to reuse, then nothing else. You try to recycle. But somewhere in the adult world, we have just focused on recycling, but we're not focused on reuse. So when I say reuse is better than recycling, it's see like see, most of the products are basically first they are not recyclable, and even if they are recyclable, they may become contaminated because of some oil or grease or something, and they may not be suitable for recycling. And most of the products anyhow they end up in landfill and oceans. It's just a story that the other companies are selling us that this product is recyclable, then it will get recycled or something like that. Okay, and even when something is finally recycled, it takes a lot of machinery and engineering and energy and processes and systems to get that recycled. When you reuse, you are saving all kind of resources and energy at both ends of the spectrum. Like when you reuse, you don't have to manufacture a new product, because of which you're saving all the resources that's required in manufacturing of a new product. And also, you don't have to recycle or dispose of the old product. So you're saving all the energy and resources that's required for that also. So at both ends of the chain, you are saving the energy and you're just reusing the same product which has already been manufactured.
All right. Okay. So I think the idea makes quite a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So when we talk about this renting business, so is renting clothes only for the middle class people, or do you have all kinds of people coming for renting clothes?
No, we have all kind of people who come and rent clothes. Even some people come in BMW, and like the old generation of shops, which were like general trade renting shops, they were concentrating mostly on reducing the price to the point that they sacrifice on everything. But we are not like that at CandidMen. We are not like that. We are a design first company. Okay, so like yes, we are giving, because of it being rental, that's a huge amount of saving that you have as a customer. But what we want to be known for our designs. We want our customers to visit our website or visit our stores, see the designs, and select the design that they like. And that's what we want to be known for. We are like a design first company.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you talked about being a design first company. So what could you explain to us what exactly is the business model of Candid Men? As in our conversation, I understood that you do not really buy used clothes from others. You don't even buy from designers, existing designers. So what exactly is the business model around Candid Men?
So basically in Candid Men, we give designer clothes on rent, and we are focused only on male designer clothes. These are clothes that are generally worn to a wedding, and it may be something the groom himself is wearing, or something that the wedding attenders, maybe the friends or family members of the groom or the bride, are wearing. And we also have like clothes which go for graduation, or some people attending some conference or some interview somewhere. And what we are doing is we are not until now what we have seen, that there are other players, both the old players and even some modern some companies who call themselves like modern renting brands. They are operating with the beg, borrow, steal mindset.
Okay.
They will get the cloth for the cheapest price, no matter what sacrifice they have to make. They will take cloth from individuals who have only just one piece of cloth that they had purchased from somewhere. They will take cloths from other retail shops that are going out of business, so they are in stress. So they just sell whatever clothes are left with them. And they also take cloth from like manufacturers or wholesalers who have some dead stock, whatever they were not able to sell anywhere. That's what we don't believe in this model, because there are a lot of problems in this model. Because what happens is that you have no control over the colors that are there in your inventory. You have no control over the designs. You have no control even over the sizes that are there.
Okay, even the style maybe.
Even the style may be outdated. Yeah. So, and what happens, like if you physically visit such a operation, what will happen is that like almost all the clothes will be there only in one size.
Okay.
So first you have to select the size that your body is, and then in that size you have to see what options are available.
Okay, and they may be limited.
Yeah, but when you come to our store, we have each cloth at least in 4 sizes.
Okay.
Some we have more than 4 also, but we maintain at least 4 sizes for each cloth that we have. So first you select the design that you like, the color, the design you like, and surely you will find a cloth that suits your size.
All right, that's interesting. So what is the technology that Candid Men is developing? So what kind of technology interface you have?
So from the outside, it looks like a regular fashion company. We are giving clothes on rent, but there's a lot of technology which goes behind it. And like if you go for any retail shop that is selling products, they don't have to develop their own technology. There are a number of softwares at different price points for different needs that are ready-made, and they can just use those softwares. But we cannot use them as it is, because there are a lot of caveats which comes to giving products on rent instead of selling them. It's like you have to know which dates they are available, which dates they are not available. Have they been booked out for those particular dates by someone else already? And how much the customer has paid. Has the customer paid only the rent, or they have paid the security deposit also? And like the security deposit also should be noted, and it should be refunded to the customer. So that's a lot of caveat, because we cannot just use any pre-existing software. So because of that, we have developed our own e-commerce website. We have developed our own POS, our own inventory management, and all internally within Candid Men.
All right. So you have your own special technology team who takes care of all that, the tech team?
Yeah, we have a tech team, and we have our own proprietary systems. And our vision is very big. We don't want to limit this tech just to us. Right now, it's limited just to us, but as we expand, surely it will be used by our franchise owners also. And beyond that, I do see a future in which we can make it like a SaaS offering, and even others who are
could use
others could use it. See, because like I see, like there are many small shops in India that give like expensive hardware tools for construction on sale, but they cannot give it on rent because they don't have the tech and the know-how. But
to
if you
check and track it,
check and track it and everything. But if you but if such a SaaS offering is there, then that opens up.
For them also, for inventory management, they would know what all inventory they have, what is going in,
and like which product is with which customer and for how many days, and when
that tracking becomes easy. Okay, so then later you planning to sell that as well as in the technology that you're developing? All right, that's interesting. That's really interesting. So could you tell me, Rishabh, how is renting clothes different from, let's say, renting a car? Or let's say we were discussing about renting hotel rooms, renting cars, and also how is it different from that, and how is it similar? So if you could just tell us about that.
So people think that, like many people think that renting clothes is very weird or something, but it's actually surprisingly very similar to renting a hotel room. Like for example, when you go to rent a hotel room, there's like a from date and a to date that you are rented it for. Similarly, here in cloth also you have a from date and to date that you are taking it for. And like hotel, like if you like come in before or if you go late, they have like early check-in, late checkout charges. And now rental companies have also started implementing like early charge and late return charge. And like when it comes to a hotel room, like many people, like hundreds and thousands of people might have used it before. But when you enter the room, it has been cleaned and it has been made to look in such a way that it looks like a brand new thing.
Brand new, yeah.
Similarly, in cloth also, like there have been 4 or 5 people who might have rented it before, but we have a whole process of steam ironing it, threading it, checking it completely, giving it for dry cleaning, and maintaining it very well, that it looks brand new whenever a person is renting it. And similar to like in a hotel business also, like hotel business also is like they see a big jump in their revenue during wedding season, and here also it's the same. And basically, like, and in a hotel room also, like people go for more expensive options when they are booking it to attend some wedding or have a wedding in their own family. Similarly, in clothing rental also, like when people are going for some conference or some interview, they go for the simpler options, the cheaper options, and when they are going for some wedding, they go for the more expensive options. So it's like almost the same thing, but it's just instead of it being a room, it's a cloth.
Cloth and a product that you're using.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference. Otherwise, more or less, the philosophy is the same.
Yeah. Even I think, like, if you expand on this further, see, like, what I think is, like, when people get married, like, they rent everything. The hotel rooms are obviously rented.
Yes.
And
the tent and the arrangement.
Cars are also rented. Whatever cars they are using is rented or maybe booked from Ola, Uber or something. And also the mandap obviously is rented. And if the flowers are like artificial, then the flowers and decorations are also rented, and all the plates and tables and chairs, everything is rented.
Correct.
And it has been so from past so many years. But somehow only when it comes to the designer cloth that people wear during this wedding, somehow only that has been purchased till now.
And it's quite expensive and never used again.
Yeah, never used
again.
So the same economics apply. Okay, like, will you buy a car just for a wedding? Will you buy so many plates and tables and chairs just for the wedding?
Just for a wedding, correct. You won't.
So similarly, it's like, why are you buying the cloth?
Yeah.
And I'm like really amazed how come these companies who have come before us, they have managed to fool the general public into buying such expensive clothes for weddings. And everything else, literally everything else that the customer is paying for during the wedding is rented.
Yes. So this brings me to the next question. We were talking about renting, let's say, wedding gowns or let's say wedding suits by men. There would always be certain people who would never want to rent clothing. Let's say because it is about your wedding day. So you would not want to rent clothing, probably because you feel I can manage that expense. So what message do you have for them? As in, what is it that you would like to say to them?
See, like, different people have different priorities and different like economic levels that they are in. For some people, like, for example, for some people, the amount, because like the amount of saving here is huge. Like, the amount of saving here is so huge that like, for the amount of money you have saved by renting instead of buying expensive suits for the wedding, you can easily go for an international honeymoon also. Because your whole international honeymoon can get sponsored with that. So it's like, it depends on what the customer wants. Like, based on if he's sad, like, we want you to see that it's significant enough for an international honeymoon. Or if you don't want to go for an international honeymoon, but maybe you had a dream of having an iPhone or something, then it's significant enough for that too. And for some people, it may be like about, okay, you saved the money and you invested it in the stock market or something. And like, if there are people, because I have come across people who say that they have so much money and they are so rich that they will never consider renting clothes, and they have all the money saved in their stock portfolio and they have enough money to go for all international trips and all. And I would really tell to them that you can donate that money. For you're saving, you can really donate that, because like, even with rich people, I have seen that they may have everything, but somewhere deep down they may have had thoughts of donating money, but they never touched on to that. And when I talk about saving money by renting from us and like a possibility of them donating the money, it's a very big statement and very big promise that I am doing as a co-founder. And very big message that I am giving is, in our website and in our stores, we are not fooling you. We are not fooling you saying that this cloth is of so much, so and so MRP, but you're getting it for so low at 90% off. The price saving that we are showing you is real. It really is real. You can go to other shops which sell the same clothes, and you can, or maybe you can check their websites and you can see similar design, similar color, similar category of cloth, how much they are charging.
So could you tell me, Rishabh, how does Candid Men give the same in-store experience that a larger retail store or a premium retail store would give? Plus, I mean, who have the pricing at maybe 10 times of what you are giving. So how do you create that kind of in-store experience for your customers who come in?
So this is the key reason why we are doing so well, is that what we see, like as I told you before about this like Boro steel model. So what you see in other retail stores, what happens, see, our stance is that like we are giving products on rent, okay, but apart from that, everything else has to be same as the big brands.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why we don't go for the big borrow steal model. We have the same model for sourcing inventory that the big brands have.
Okay.
And we have the same kind of interior and setup that the big brands have.
All right.
And we maintain the same quality and standard that the big brands have.
So when the customer walks into the store, they do not feel that I'm coming to a rental store. They feel that I'm coming to a store where, inventory is new and it is available for me.
That's why, like, the big brands, what they do, not just big brands, but even just any normal
Clothing
person
store
selling designer clothes, what they do is that they get the clothes specifically manufactured for them based on what they think will sell. Okay, and that's what we do. We choose the designs, we choose the colors, and we get it specifically manufactured for us. And it's the latest designs and latest trends. So, like, we have kept our systems, processes, and sourcing of inventory, everything the same as what the sellers who are selling it for 10x the price are doing.
All right. Interesting. So could you tell us what are some of the common challenges associated with, let's say, listing used products on various online platforms? So we have various such platforms existing in today's time wherein you can put clothes on rental. So what are those challenges, if you could tell us, and how does Candid Men's website address those challenges? So how are you effectively able to address those kinds of challenges?
Yeah, it's similar to how our in-store experience is designed to be the same of like the big brands. Similarly, our website is also designed to be of the same level as of the big brands. We have invested heavily in our UI UX. If you look at any used store websites or any other rental websites, the UI UX is very bad.
Yeah.
And somewhere the customer who is coming to that website is thinking that, okay, like, because I am saving so much money, I have to go through this very bad website experience in which the photos are not good, or maybe the photos may be missing. And even if there is a photo, there may be only one photo and only from one angle and maybe with poor lighting, all that. But our website UI UX is very good. And apart from that, we also heavily invest in the photos that are uploaded in the website.
Okay.
Yeah, each cloth photos is like professionally shot with an actual human model from various different angles in good lighting.
All right.
Similar to how you would see in the websites of the biggest brands.
Okay. So that is how you invest also in the user experience on the website. You invest heavily on that.
We are really differentiating ourselves from all the. We are more aligned to the big brands who are charging 10x the price than compared to other brands or other shops who are selling used products or maybe selling rented products.
All right. Okay. So could you also share something about your franchising program? I think you were talking something about franchising as an option that you are willing to give to others. So what exactly are your plans around that? What kind of investments you are willing to make? So if you could just share something about that with us.
Yeah, so we have recently launched a franchise program. So currently we have 4 stores, and all the 4 stores are our own stores, 2 in Bangalore, 1 in Hyderabad, and 1 in Delhi. And to expand further, we are launching a franchise program in which currently the franchise program that we have launched is currently fully an investment model. The person will only be investing the money and he will not be required to do any kind of work for us. We will take care of everything else. He's just investing money and he's getting a share of the revenue from the store that he has invested in.
All right. Okay. Interesting. Also, if you could share something about your Shark Tank journey with us. You were on Shark Tank. So if you could just share some details about how the journey has been for you.
Yeah, it was a really pleasant experience. And I was like mind boggled by how many people are there behind the scenes for Shark Tank.
All right.
Who happened. Like there must have been I think around 200 people who are there behind the scenes. There are so many people doing so much work behind the scenes, and it definitely gives the feeling of that you have arrived somewhere. Because like today there are many platforms where there are many fake awards or many fake recognitions or many fake magazines in which you can get your name published or something. And there are very few platforms where you are going through a actual selection process,
a rigorous process,
a rigorous selection process, and you're getting selected. So that's the thing.
Yeah, and there's a lot of credibility with how the Shark Tank works.
Credibility which it comes with. That people can spend 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs buying fake awards or buying newspaper ads or something. but they will not get the same credibility that comes after going through such a rigorous selection process and being selected to Shark Tank. Like the Shark, like whenever I meet someone, the first thing they ask me like, what is the Shark Tank selection process? And I say to them that it's really rigorous. There are like multiple forms you have to fill. You have to give interview. You have to do rehearsal. You have to give audition. At some point, they even asked us to make a PPT. They asked us to submit photos of our stores. They asked to submit a video of our website. It's like basically everything that you can imagine. Everything you have to do to get selected in there.
Yeah. And then they would also have their own standards to select. So there is always a chance to be rejected and never be there on the platform and be able to pitch your idea. So that also would be there, right? So there's always that risk as well that you may not get selected. So I think that builds a lot of that originality and credibility with being present there. All right, that's interesting. So could you also share with us, Rishabh, what are your future plans, like expansion plans? If you could just talk about that as well.
Yeah, our expansion plan is, firstly, we want to expand all over India. And all over India, wherever it can be profitably done. And we also have identified a few international cities where we can expand in future. And and once we have a pan-India presence for Candid Men, for the male range of designer clothes, then we can think about having a female range of clothes also.
All right. So I think the females range might outrun your male range. What do you think about that?
It's not like that. See, even today when we have only a male range, we do look at what kind of color trends are going on in the female market.
Okay.
And because many customers will come and they will want a colors that it's matching or contrasting with their female partners.
It complements their partner.
So we do have an eye on what's going on in the female fashion space, and we do select designs and colors for our male clothes based on that too.
All right. So I would ask you one question regarding that, Rishabh. So you do it yourself, or you have your designer team, you have your own team that does all this selection? Do you have any specific people, like people who have a knowledge of these trends and all, or you yourself and
I don't do it myself. We do have a team.
Okay.
Yeah.
The team
we do have a professional team, and they do it in a professional way of like deciding the colors, designing the ones, and seeing what previously has worked.
Okay.
Which colors and designs have previously worked good. I've gone to rent many times, and like when those clothes are phased out, like having something in the same color and same design language, but something more elevated for the next round of clothes.
All right, that's interesting, Rishabh. So one last question, Rishabh. What one piece of advice you would like to give to the budding entrepreneurs of today? If you could please share your advice.
To the budding entrepreneurs of today, I would like to say that when you're selecting a business idea to work on, do consider environmental friendly ideas also. And you can, and instead of just selling something, you can consider like giving something on rent. And based on the use case, it may be something on rent for a few hours or something on rent for a few months. And I think that like in future, that will be a big boost the environmental businesses will get. Because like we had this COVID pandemic and it had a big impact, big boost to the digital service providers, and a big negative for the physical service providers. And similarly, what I think, based on the direction the world is going in today, there may be, I predict that there will be some big environmental catastrophe that may happen in the future. And at that time, it will give a big positive boost to all the businesses that are doing environmentally friendly work, because they will be allowed to operate, and customers will become more aware of them and use those options, and people will stop non-environmental friendly options.
Yes. Agree. So thank you so much, Mr. Rishabh Poddar, for taking us through the journey of Candid Men. I think the idea that you shared about being a design-first company, being a tech-enabled company, I think that was very, very interesting. Especially the last message that you shared with the viewers about how businesses in future might be only those environmental friendly businesses which may probably operate. I think that idea behind your own company is really, really intriguing and interesting. So thank you so much for being with us on today's podcast, and we wish you all the best.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Follow us at @GIBS IRE Talks podcast. Follow us at the rate GIBS Business School to hear and get to know about many more such insightful stories. So this is your host, Dr. Pallavi Vyas, signing off for today. And until I meet you next in the next GIBS IRE Talks podcast. Thank you so much.